Joining us now is Rebecca Alty. She's the mayor of Yellowknife. Mayor, I know you're super busy, so thank you for the time. How would you describe the current threat to Yellowknife?
The fire is approaching, and it has been since Sunday. And so yesterday we issued an evacuation alert for the west side of our community. And so that's the Ingle Business District, the Cam Lake Business District, and Grace Lake. And through an evacuation alert, it's encouraging residents to be prepared in case the situation changes, and then evacuation orders issued. And so being prepared means getting your bag together to make sure you have all your essential things, your prescriptions, your glasses, any precious items that you might want to bring, recognizing you can't bring it all, but having a bag. And if residents do, have vehicles, having them with gas in them, we do want to make sure that all residents, we know all residents are taking this serious. The alerts right now for the Cam Lake and Ingle and Grace Lake, but definitely encourage all residents to also be prepared. The city is, of course, also taking a lot of the city and the GNWT defensive work to try to reduce and mitigate the risk of the fire. So what that means is fire breaks. And so for folks who might not be familiar, but that's basically cutting down all the trees 100 meters wide to create this buffer between the fire and the community. The territorial government is also working to drop a fire retardant line. And so we'll have a number of lines of defense between the fire and Yellowknife. So there's a lot of work underway, and it's a huge thanks to all the staff, the government staff, the private sector. Residents have been diligently fire smarting around their houses. So, it definitely takes a community effort in this regard.
Everybody's in action. Have you been updated on how close the fire actually is?
The fire is 17 kilometers from the community. So it moved about 4 kilometers yesterday. It was anticipated to do about 5 kilometers today. There's, I don't think I've ever checked my weather app to see the wind forecast as much as I have this wildfire season. The wind does play a big role, and we're kind of in the windy part of the day. It's more like the afternoon that gets the wind and can kind of die down in the evenings. But unfortunately, the wind hasn't been working in our favor this week, where it's pushing the fire towards Yellowknife. Fingers crossed, there's a forecast of rain tomorrow. We'll see if it wouldn't be enough to make a big difference, but every little thing helps. The big thing would be if the wind changed directions and started blowing east. That would push the fire back on itself. So it would be burning back what it's gone through. And then if the wind direction changed again, it would be burning back. So it's like it's passing through 3 times. So it would slow itself down every time that the wind changes direction.
Yeah, it would have nothing left to burn, I guess, if it went back in on itself. How quickly can things change? What have you been told?
I know everybody's seeing all the results from Maui, and I think that's what we think of. And the thing to remember with Maui was that it was hurricane winds that was 150 kilometers an hour. When we've been getting gusts this week, that's up to 30 kilometers an hour, and that's for the short duration in the afternoon. So we are continuing to monitor it. We don't take it lightly. It's being, worked on every minute, and if there's a change to the fire behavior, then we make sure we update our plan as well.
How are you getting the word out to people who need to know that they're under alert, for example?
Yeah, if right now the alert was through the media, through social media, through the internet. An order would be issued to everybody's phone, so as well as all the other electronic means of social media and stuff like that. If need be, there would also be the door-to-door, but starting out right now would be the notifications on phones and through electronic means, as well as posters around town.
Some people will have places to go if they need to get out of town. Others don't. Are you advising them of places they can go to if it comes to that?
If it was an evacuation order, we would set up a reception center somewhere and we would notify residents. Reception centers are then, like there's one on the screen, available for everybody to attend for free. However, if you do want to stay with friends or family, stay at a hotel, you're welcome to do that. The route out of here would be to Alberta. So if folks have friends and family in Alberta, they may want to go there. It might be a bit more comfortable for folks. You never know how long an evacuation could be. So it's step one would be, issuing the orders and letting folks know where the reception center would be set up.
And how many routes are there out of town? Are you worried about jamming those routes?
There's only one route, and that route goes through the fire. Sorry, I shouldn't say that. The fire is in that direction. It's not on the highway right now. And that's where it can change and the highway can get shut down, or the highway could get shut down because of visibility, because of the smoke. So I know a lot of folks were driving out today, and one thing they were saying is, we're wearing our N95 masks while we're driving because you're going through some pretty thick smoke. So that has always been the challenge, not only for Yellowknife, but many communities in the Northwest Territories. There's only one way out. If the highway is shut down, then we'd be going to airlift, and so that would be planes coming in to do the final evacuation.
Will the planes be able to come through given the smoke? Also, I mean, you are a city of 20,000, so how quickly can that get done if that highway does end up being shut down?
It is, so the fire isn't at risk. It's not on our doorsteps today or tomorrow. So it is about working with the territorial and federal government if an evacuation order is issued for our community, and then working together to get it done. So it would take a bit of time, which is what we take that into consideration along with the fire's behavior when deciding if we make it up to an evacuation order.
Are there any special plans to get people out from hospitals, long-term care homes if they need to go?
Yeah, that has actually been underway. The territorial government's Department of Health has started that work. So, unfortunately, the southern part of our territory was 5 communities were evacuated on Sunday. And so residents in those hospitals were brought to Yellowknife. And so those residents were brought to an Alberta facility earlier, just so that it's reducing the number of people that if Yellowknife had to be evacuated, they've already been evacuated.
Mayor, how are you feeling about all of this?
We've got a really good team. There's, some really smart folks working on this. They've got the subject matter experts of the wildfire behavior. They take it very serious with their risk analysis and their risk mitigation and their recommendations. So it's a really tough time, and I really look forward to sleeping and just getting to kick the feet back up and watch a show with the friends and family, but taking it one step at a time.
Yeah. Mayor, good luck. Thank you again for your time. Take care of yourself, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you.